It is our pleasure to welcome to Unite the star of the TBS hit show Sullivan and Son, Steve Byrne. Thanks for coming on, Steve.
You're welcome. Guys, honestly, when I say that, I mean it. I mean you're welcome. It's a gift. Here, let's go to me one more time real quick. I will avoid this area because I'm also Korean.
Right.
So I'm gonna be right in the Stephen A. sweet spot right here.
Oh,
there it is.
Perfect. That's a great slouch right there. Well done, Steve. Now, season 2 of Sullivan and Son is set to premiere on June 13th, but before this was announced, we read that the filming of the second season was put on hold due to you sustaining a broken jaw. Yikes. How did that happen?
First off, I'll address this. Let's lose the tone. I don't know where the attitude came from.
I'm Latina.
I'm a guest and you're a host, so treat me as such. Yeah, I did sustain a broken jaw, and I think that I've proven to Hollywood and everybody out there that I'm the only Asian American actor working in Hollywood that does not know martial arts.
That's pretty weak, Steve. Now, I mean, Kanye rapped with his jaw wired
works
shut.
well for him.
I mean, could you not do stand-up with your jaw broken?
Well, unless I sit on Jeff Dunham's lap, yeah, I'm pretty much out of the picture. But it's kind of funny. I broke my jaw literally this same day. I'm from Pittsburgh. The same day that Sidney Crosby broke his jaw. So his recovery timeline and we kind of had the same recovery. So obviously he's doing a lot better than I am. But
yeah, no, I don't know. You guys got a pretty strong thing going there, and he's taking a lot of heat. Anyway, your background, as you already mentioned, Korean and Irish, which is a very unique combo. How much do you incorporate that into your show?
Well, it's a big part of Sullivan and Son. Obviously, my parents still help me with the bar. Dan Laurie, you guys know him from the Wonder Years, and Jodie Long. She's the Asian woman on the show. We'll just say that. But yeah, the characters are pretty spot on with my real life. And by the way, I really like the way that you asked me that question. It was hospitable. There was some energy. I felt very comfortable with you, as opposed to you know who.
Yeah, exactly. Attitude over here.
Yeah, we get it. You're beautiful.
I'm going to start talking to you in Spanish. See how you like that. Vamos a hablar en español.
That means, Steve, why did you leave the socks on the floor? It's very difficult for me as a Latino woman to clean up this bedroom.
Bam!
You and your Rosetta Stone. Well done. Now, being a comedian has to be hard work. Just ask our co-host Reese, who only worked one day this week. But what I want to know is how tough are the crowds when opening for a musical act like Kanye and Mariah Carey? Knowing, obviously, they're stoked to see Kanye, that's a hard sell, man.
Yeah, especially when you're not a Democrat, as some of the other folks in the audience may be. I'll just put it that way. I mean, look, the audiences are always there to see that musical act and not a comedian per se. And I remember when I opened for Mariah Carey, the last time I did it, it was at Red Rocks Amphitheater in Colorado. It's 15,000 Mariah Carey fans, and they're all female or effeminate men. We'll leave it at that. And I just remember the lights going down, the announcer saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mariah Carey," and the place goes crazy. And then they just said, "And now, Steve Byrne." And I walked out, and there was no like, he's a comedian, he's a magician. I did 2 jokes, and I just heard way off in the distance, "Where's Mariah?" And I knew, pack the bags, go back to New York.
At Red Rocks, too, where the acoustics are so, you can hear everything there. So it was
exactly,
perfect.
yeah. They always say how great the acoustics are, but when you're a comedian bombing in front of 15,000, they're really great.
All right, Steve, in case you couldn't tell, we are a sports show. So we are obligated by contract to ask at least one sports question, or else we could get canceled. And we might get canceled
It better be
anyway.
hockey.
All right, well, that's how convenient that you brought up that, because as I understand, you are a Penguins and a Blackhawks fan. And what I want to know, we have to know, gun to your head, if these two square off in the Stanley Cup Finals, which team is it?
Gun to your head.
And I'm sorry for NRA.
You put me on the spot. First off,
I know, I'm sorry.
And you said I was the violent one.
I just want to say, let's go back to the DJ and look at those traps. Look at those triceps.
Oh, we show those every show,
He's
yeah.
definitely the drug testing.
Oh my God! Look at those. No, don't put the arm up now. I saw you leaning to show off your striations right there. We get it, insanity. He did insanity. After 90 days, he calls it sanity. It's a tough call because I grew up in Pittsburgh. I moved to Chicago. I got to know some of the guys. My pal Dave Bolin is obviously a great player and a great friend, and that's a tough one. I think mum's the word, but inside my heart, I know who I'm rooting for, and I'll keep that to myself. Some things should be precious.
Look at you, name dropping and giving a safe answer. Very smart. I like it.
Finally, Steve, I want to talk about a tweet that would hit home with most of our viewers. It was a day in Byrne drunk history where you spent $33 at White Castle. Not only were you brave enough to admit this, but White Castle actually responded to you saying, $33 well spent, Byrne. And they say you can't buy happiness. Talk to us about this early morning purchase you made.
Well, that is my Twitter feed right there. And look at that real estate headshot that I have.
It is very cold roll banker.
Yeah, that's not somebody you drink with. That's somebody you buy a house with in Wisconsin. That's a face you can
4:11
trust.
a.m. though, that was it. It's
Wow.
Look, I'm Korean and I'm Irish. You know, I got the whiskey in my veins, and you know, I don't mind. Look, I'm going to strike out with a 4. You know, an overweight, obese hostess at Applebee's in Iowa, so I end up at White Castle. That's where Daddy does the most damage when I'm on the road.
There you go. That's awesome. All right. Thanks, Steve Byrne, star of Sullivan Son, which has its season premiere of season 2, June 13th at 10 p.m. Thanks again, Steve.
Hey, you know what? Thank you for being such a great host. I had a great time, and I'll talk to you anytime. The other one.
Exactly.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Steve.
You are watching Unite, ESPN's first late night show. Watch us every weeknight at midnight on ESPNU and hit us up on Twitter at Unite and like us on Facebook.